This is only the beginning. And don't worry, everyone at the office will get a copy just like you. Morning, Michelle. How is everything? In a hurry, Jenna. It has been 2 months since Michelle Brown got hired as a sales representative at the BII Advertisement Agency in Los Angeles, California. She was in her mid-20s, lived on her own, was single, made a decent amount of money, and things were going well at work. Michelle hurried onto the elevator and impatiently waited to get to the 5th floor. But the minute she was to run to her desk, when the doors opened, she was halted by one of her coworkers, Sean. He stared at Michelle as if checking her out before he smirked. "I was actually thinking where you were. You're late. Were you up last night? What were you doing?" "Can you please move? I really need to get going." Sure. You're looking great, by the way. That skirt looks nice on you." Michelle shrugged as she moved past him, uncomfortably feeling his eyes glued onto her. She hurried off, finally reaching her desk and letting out a breath of relief as she began to take her files out of her bag. That's when she noticed a cup of coffee on her desk with a sticky note attached to it. "A sweet treat for my sweetheart." She picked it up and looked across the floor over her cubicle. Who was this from? But no one owned up to it. "Come on, guys, who was it?" "Looks like someone's searching for their Valentine a bit too early this year," Anthony chuckled. "Next time, get me a cup of coffee, too." "Oh, stop it, Anthony." "All right, whoever it was, if you don't want to say, it's okay, but thank you." Michelle sat down, about to take a sip, when another one of her coworkers stopped by her desk. Louisa. "Don't drink that. It's not a good sign. It's better you throw it away." "Throw it away? It's just coffee." "Maybe someone has a secret crush on me," Michelle chuckled. "I'm just telling you to be careful. Do you remember Isabel? She was getting these sweet messages and gifts too, and you know what happened with her." "What are you talking about?" "She quit the job about 2 weeks after you joined. She was getting messages from this anonymous person, and then one day an embarrassing picture of hers got leaked. Everyone in the office saw it. Didn't you see it?" "No, I didn't." "Well, maybe because you're new here. Maybe the person didn't have your email address, but we all got it, and it was so humiliating. She had to run out of the office midday." Despite Louisa's warning, Michelle took the harmless gesture in positive humor. But 2 days later, when she got another note, with an embarrassing little secret of her own written inside, she started to get worried. Louisa was right. Someone at the office was playing a dirty game here, and Michelle had become a target as well. Another note? Michelle turned to Louisa, taking a seat beside her. "This secret messenger is really freaking me out. How could he know my secret? Nobody could have known unless they were secretly watching me in private. This isn't going in the right direction. We have to find out who this person is before things get bad." "Who do you think it is?" "Maybe it's Sean. It's almost like he's always roaming around the women here." "Tell me about it. I was getting tired of him, the way he gawks at everyone." "What are you two talking about? Come on, just because we're men doesn't mean we don't find hot gossip entertaining. What's the hush-hush? You two dating?" Michelle and Louisa turned to look at Anthony, chuckling as he passed by their cubicle. "For your information, Anthony, I'm married," Louisa said, showing her ring. Anthony raised his hands as he stepped back. "Just joking, you two. I saw a boss making his way here. You gossip girls better get back to work." Michelle looked at Louisa. Was he eavesdropping on us? Anthony? He's a nice guy. He's not like that. Honestly, Louisa, I don't know who to trust anymore. The rest of the day, Michelle kept to her business. It was right before leaving that Michelle was called by her boss for a talk. "Yes, Mr. Zimmerman? A few executives from IIB will be arriving tomorrow, and I need you to be there at the meeting. You'll be giving the presentation," he said, handing Michelle a file. "There's a script in there. Be prepared tomorrow. And yes, dress for the occasion. Something more fitted, if you know what I mean. You need to be eye-catching." Michelle picked up the file and nodded. "I'll try my best." Although Michelle knew exactly what was going on in Mr. Zimmerman's mind. The only reason he had chosen her was for the glamour. You can't advertise your products without a woman. Michelle was exhausted from everything happening at work. She just wanted to go home and relax from all the drama. Much of the building had already left, but Michelle was 20 minutes late. She took the elevator to the basement, but as she walked down the empty parking lot, she suddenly got a feeling someone was behind her. But when she turned around, no one was. A bit tensed, she hurried to her car and drove out, looking back a last time before she turned the curb. Was someone following her? The next morning, when Michelle arrived to work, Louisa was waiting for her. Is everything all right? I have a feeling it was Sean. I was heading to the women's restroom, and I thought I saw him following after me. Are you serious? Yesterday I thought someone was following after me too. Then it couldn't have been anyone but him. But how are we going to expose him? Michelle sat down, holding her head. We have to think of a plan. Michelle and Louisa figured the only way was to search Sean's things, but they obviously wouldn't be able to do it with him around. So Louisa would be the bait. For the next 3 days, she prepped up Sean to fall for the actual trap, giving him flirty looks when she arrived at the office. Hey Sean, you're looking nice. Have you been working out? Catching up with him right after work. I'm really exhausted. You want to get something to eat? And it wasn't before long that Sean was drooling like the dirtbag he was. Aren't you married? It's complicated. I don't even know if I have a relationship with him anymore. I feel like I've never experienced real love. I wish I knew what real love felt like. And when Sean began to reciprocate, Louisa searched for the perfect opportunity to pull off the rest of the plan. Before lunch break, she sent a text to Sean. Meet me by the old elevator on the 3rd floor. I want to show you something special. Something special? Don't tell anyone. It's only going to be between me and you. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I'll be there. Right on time, he made his way to meet Louisa like a little puppy getting his treat. Meanwhile, Michelle was to search his computer, his desk, everything she could. Each of the computers could only be logged in with the employee's personal ID number, and getting Sean wasn't a big deal. Hi Sean, could you help me with something? My computer suddenly shut down. I have a lot of unsaved work on it. I don't know what to do. Don't worry, I know a little trick. Unfortunately, Sean's computer seemed to be empty. The guy was smart. He deleted everything. His pictures, his search history. Wasn't that suspicious enough? What was he hiding here that he had to swap everything clean? Taking a look around, Michelle quickly looked through his desk drawer. What was this? Someone was eager to meet me. Shh, you can't tell anyone, alright? Don't worry, I know how to keep secrets. Good. Jessica's birthday is coming up, and a lot of us at the office were thinking of throwing her a little party. We all pitched in, but I'm really busy this weekend. Can you help me buy the supplies? What? A birthday party? This is what you called me here for? Yeah, aren't you excited? What did you think? All of a sudden, Louisa and Sean were startled to see Michelle join in. Sean, I've been searching for you everywhere. What are you doing here? We were just talking. I found this phone. Do you know who it belongs to? Is it yours? Sean looked at the phone confused. No, it's not mine. Oh, well, it's locked. And you're pretty good with tech. I was thinking if you could unlock it. Sean took the phone and pressed his finger to the scanner when suddenly, the phone unlocked. Michelle widened her eyes in shock as she grasped the phone back. So it was you. I knew it. What are you guys talking about? That's not my phone. I don't know how it unlocked like that. Michelle and Louisa searched through the pics and emails, when suddenly, Michelle stopped at one sent to Louisa. I know what you were doing in Boss's room, but does your husband know? How do you think he's going to react? Embarrassed, Louisa stared at Michelle. You were having a relationship with him? Please don't tell anyone. But that wasn't the only email on the phone. emails to Isabel, to other women at the office, compromising pictures of them, and the most recent, sent to Russell Zimmerman. Your secrets will be exposed, Zimmerman. Does your wife know about your mistress? The two women turned to look at Sean, who was behaving shamelessly clueless. You're going to pay for this. For what? Michelle and Louisa reported everything Sean had been doing. Not to much surprise, he was immediately sacked from the job. Look, it wasn't me. That's not my phone. You can check the registration. I've gotten the information I need. This is unacceptable. I can have you arrested, but consider yourself lucky that I'm letting this go. Sean was devastated as he walked out to his cubicle and packed his things, hearing everyone murmur. I always suspected he was up to something. He got away too easy. He needed to learn a lesson for doing something like this. But unfortunately, it wasn't just him. How can you do this? I have a reputation to worry about. I can't allow this to be exposed. You're fired, Louisa. I don't know how I got involved in this. He used me. Don't break down. Whatever it was, it's in the past now. You can start over. Thank you, Michelle. I couldn't have exposed him without you, but I can't stay here anymore. I'm leaving. Louisa grabbed her bag and hurried out the door, leaving Michelle all alone. She let out a deep breath as she looked into her reflection. It was a tough 2 months here, but finally, she got done what she needed to get done. What did she think of herself? She should have thought twice before she opened her dirty mouth about me. Did you see the new girl, Michelle? I spoke to her this morning. She was clearly lost, totally incompetent. I don't know how she got the job. It all started with Isabel. Michelle was the one who had been sending her those messages, those compromising pictures. Before she flashed her in front of everyone at the office. The look on her face when everyone clicked it open, the way she teared up as she ran out the office, it was so fulfilling. But she wasn't the only person who got on Michelle's nerves. Sean, he needed to go. Dealing with Zimmerman was more than enough. Who needed a second dirty mind at the office? You did wonderful at the presentation, Michelle. I knew a gorgeous woman like you would be able to pull it off. Why don't we toast to a drink? Hey there, saw you at a restaurant last night. Was that your date? Did he get lucky? Excuse me, that's personal. Oh, come on. You can tell me if you didn't have a good time. I'll take you out. Michelle was done being treated like an object, so she set her trap to get Sean out. Hi, Sean. Could you help me with something? When Michelle had called Sean for help, she didn't just get his ID number. She took his fingerprint from the mouse he used. She had covered it with a silicone mold. She then used that to set the passcode on that phone she had bought from a sleazy store in Chinatown. And Louisa. She was a nice girl. But it's tough to compete with the boss's mistress. Michelle needed to get her out of the way too. But when she sent Louisa those compromising pictures, she kept silent. She was smart, and she began searching for this secret messenger. So Michelle had to rid herself of all suspicion. All those notes and coffee was just an act to bait Louisa. Don't drink that. It's not a good sign. It's better you throw it away. Louisa wanted to use Michelle to find the secret messenger. She just wasn't smart enough to realize Michelle was the secret messenger. Michelle walked out to her cubicle, smirking at the empty seats. Oh darn, with Sean gone, how would Michelle continue being the secret messenger? That's too bad, she chuckled as she sat down. Suddenly, her phone vibrated with a message. I know what you did. You are the secret messenger. Who is this? Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.